You getting levels from me? We live? Good afternoon and welcome inside the Ken Nickel Regional Recreation Center here in Beaumont, Alberta, as we get set for the 2023 RMLL Larry Bishop Memorial Cup Championship game between the Winnipeg Blizzard and the Edmonton Warriors. My name is Keenan. I'll be bringing you all the color commentary for today's game alongside Mo Joma on play-by-play. Coming into today's game, the Blizzard 3-1 through the Larry Bishop. Edmonton Warriors also 3-1, but the Blizzard the home floor advantage, having beat the Warriors 17-13 earlier in the round robin tournament. These two teams match up very well against one another. The Edmonton Warriors finishing first in the North this season, 16-4-0 record. The Winnipeg Blizzard finishing second in the East, 13-7-0. However, the Blizzard sweeping the Regina Queen City Kings in 2 games to make their way to the Larry Bishop. Edmonton Warriors, on the other hand, battle against the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels. That series going to 3 games. Warriors coming out on top in a tightly contested series. So through the regular season, the Edmonton Warriors did have a better goal differential, sitting at 77 versus a plus 60 over for the Blizzard. And penalty minutes are going to be a huge contributing factor to this game, as the Edmonton Warriors took 528 penalty minutes over the course of the regular season, the Blizzard only taking 360. Power plays very evenly matched, both sitting at just over 40% through the regular season. However, here in the Larry Bishop, things have changed a bit. Edmonton Warriors operating currently at 41.18%, 7 for 17 through 4 games of the Larry Bishop. The Winnipeg Blizzard 3 for 11, good for 27.27%. That being said, the Edmonton Warriors do have a disadvantage when they are on the penalty kill. They have allowed 6 power play goals against. The Blizzard only 3. Short-handed, the Edmonton Warriors have gotten 1, but the Winnipeg Blizzard have allowed 2 without getting 1 themselves. Keys to the game today for the Edmonton Warriors: stick to your game. You dominated the North Division all season long. You know what you're doing. However, the Blizzard do have that advantage, knowing that they beat the Warriors earlier in the round robin by that score of 17-13. On the Blizzard side, you want a complete opposite of what you played yesterday against the Red Deer Rampage. That game was a nothing game, as the Blizzard had already secured their spot in today's championship game. However, losing to the Red Deer Rampage by a bit of a lopsided score doesn't bode well for them. However, they did sit quite a few of their players yesterday in hopes to give them some fresh legs today. Thank you for tuning in to today's pregame show. We got Game 1 coming at you in just over 13 minutes from here inside the Ken Nickel Regional Recreation Center in Beaumont, Alberta.
And welcome into the Ken Nickel Recreation Center. It is the gold medal game of the RMLL Junior B of the RMLL Junior B League as the Manitoba Blizzard and Edmonton Warriors go head to head. The Manitoba Blizzard come into the final with a 3-1 record after they dropped what was a meaningless final round robin game against Red Deer by a score of 7-4. While the Warriors come into the game off a massive victory over the Calgary Shamrocks yesterday by a score of 10-8, and they punch their ticket into the Founders Cup. They will represent Alberta in Port Coquitlam, British Columbia, the Junior B National Championship that starts up next Monday. And off the draw, it's going to be Lanthier, and he's going to grab it and hand it off to Golka. The Blizzard come into the game into their fourth RMLL final. They went to the finals in 15, 16, and 17, winning in 16 and losing in 15 and 17. As the ball gets shot into Isabie, and it's going to be picked up by Winnipeg and brought out. And transition is going to be a key in this game as both of these teams have guys that can push the ball up the floor, especially the Warriors, who have had strong tournaments by the likes of Lanthier and Golka and Anna Faraichuk and Flett. Ball comes out in front, and that's a big stop by Pinch. And Menon will grab this loose ball. So about a minute in here, Keenan, what have you seen so far?
So far, I feel like my keys to the game have kind of been pretty accurate. The Warriors, I said, need to stick to their game plan. Yeah, you lost 17-13 against the Blizz in the round robin, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to lose to them today. Anything can happen, especially with the game that the Blizz had yesterday against the Rampage. On the Blizz side, they're doing everything they can to limit the opportunities of the Warriors, and they're doing a good job on the offensive side of the ball so far.
And off of the shot clock violation, it's going to be Blizzard ball. Angus will come up the far boards. Very good feet. Shifty is the right-hander, Angus. Ball swung over to another shifty offensive player, Kluchuk. He tried to swing that back over to Angus. It got knocked down. Angus, loose ball in front. He gathers it, and behind the back, Pinch stops that. And then the ball's picked back up and went off a Warrior back into Pinch, and it'll be Warrior ball here with 17:58 to go here in the first period. Wellner Bate played a lot of offense in these playoffs and provincials. He's really helped out this Warrior team. Now Royer had to lean forward to grab the ball, try to behind the back, and they say that he was over the cylinder of the crease, and it'll be Manitoba ball. Here come the Blizzard. That's Chablik. Chablik with the ball. Bit of a moving pick there, not called. Winnipeg up across the top. That's Kluchuk, and he goes short side low. It's 1-0. And if there's one guy that you can't let have access across the top, it's Jackson Kluchuk, and the veteran buries it. It's 1-0 Manitoba.
Winnipeg doing a great job around the outside. You saw them capitalize on that Warriors defensive breakdown earlier. Pinch had a nice save resulting in no goal, but this time the Blizzards find a way past them to make it 17-26 to go in the first.
And the Blizzard will possess off the draw. That'll be Wiley as he circles around the net. He's stripped there, and Flett will pick up the loose ball. As Flett drops that back. Here's Luke Royer, left side. Luke Royer goes underneath his man Wiley. Luke Royer circles back into the middle of the floor. And that goes off the floor, up and over the boards, and it'll be Blizzard ball. As Wiley had him and sort of lost him at the end, and Luke Royer are able to generate a quality scoring chance, but unfortunately the ball sort of came out of his stick a little funny there. Now into the corner. Swim move. in front, and fielding almost got that by pinch. It goes out the side and will be picked up again by fielding. Now he loses it. It's a good loose ball battle. Now a pretty obvious loose ball interference call will go against the Warriors. It'll be Winnipeg ball with LeBerge up top. LeBerge hands it off. And Kluchuk off the half wall. Kluchuk, LeBerge, pick set. Kluchuk fires, and he caught Pinch moving the wrong way, but somehow Pinch was able to just clip that with his right arm as Flett will chase this down.
Blizzard are really liking the outside of the circle there. The Warriors doing a great job of limiting their offensive chances down low.
As the ball comes out in front. And the ball looked like it may have gotten touched by a Warrior who had stepped in the crease, so it'll be Blizzard ball. As the Winnipeg side comes out over center, Baniak. The captain swings it over. Kluchuk. Again off the half wall. This time he goes underneath. Kluchuk! And he hit the post. And now the ball swung back over. And Baniak missed the net. It hits the roof. And it'll be Warrior ball. So definitely the Blizzard, the ones getting the quality scoring chances to this point. And that's been a little different of a story for the Warriors, as most of their games this season, and especially in these provincials, they've been the ones getting the looks inside in tight. But so far, it's been the Blizzard taking it to the Warriors. Dickin, underneath, Dickin! And he stepped around his defender, a little bit of a stutter step, and he fired it far side low, and Isaby fought it off. Dickin fakes that, now it gets picked off. That's a great stick by Berezowski. As the Blizzard will come up floor. Fielding in front, LeBerge! And Pinch yet again. Stonewalls him. And here come the Warriors. As Coleman Carey will come up floor. Carey, Royer. Ben Royer with 10 goals in this tournament so far. As he has been a threat all over the floor throughout this tournament. Simonson! As Ben Royer took the punishment, and for some reason, both Manitoba players sort of were staring at Royer as he fell to the ground, and Simonson just walked down underneath and fired the ball into the net, 1-1.
You're the Blizzard, you're going to be kicking yourself after that. You dropped two guys down onto the wrong guy. Royer making a nice play to get it over to Simonson from the floor. Makes this a 1-1 game.
And a little bit of a breakdown there. Catches the Blizzard. And it'll be a tie game here with 13:58 to go. First period. Here's Golka. Wildner bait. Ball is going to come up top to Ben Royer. Dewart. Ball low. Dickin. Again, he goes underneath. Goes off of the chest of Isaby. And here come the Blizzard as they look to try to regain the lead here. Baniak swings that over. LeBerge. As the ball will go loose. Ball in behind the net. It's going to be picked up by the Warriors. That's Wolny, who takes a couple of stiff checks, and he'll get the ball up floor. And here come the Warriors.
Definitely something to watch here early in this game. There's been a pretty gritty play down deep in the Warriors zone. That's something to keep your eye on as this game progresses.
Here comes the Warriors offense. Luke Royer swings it. Dickin inside. Simonson! That was a great pass right into the stick of Simonson from Dickin. And he just stepped inside the crease as the ball went over the net. It'll be a Winnipeg ball. Here's Angus for the Blizzard as they go back to work offensively. Angus. LeBerge. LeBerge swings it. Ball shot in. That goes wide. Fluchuk. He's going to pick up the loose ball, and the shot clock's going to expire, and it's going to be Warrior ball. As Golka tried to get a little bit of a break there, but they'll blow it dead anyway and say you got to start it back further. And Wellner Bate will come into the offensive zone. Wellner Bate on the left side with Simonson. And now joined by Ben Royer. Wellner Bate underneath. That gets stopped. Loose ball. Ben Royer. As the ball comes up high to Josh Dewart. Dickin. Royer. Ball swung. Dickin. Inside. Ben Royer. And I was going to say that had to be in the crease. And they say, yes, sir, it'll be a Manitoba ball.
Royer doing a nice job to cut into the middle there, but unfortunately takes one step too many before his little jumping play, and the gates of potential Warriors lead go on.
And that's a big-time goal by LeBerge as he went low on pinch. Oh, it was Hofer who buried it, and it's 2-1 as he went low on pinch.
Blizzard finding ways to get their way around pinch. Pinch has been one of the top goalies in this tournament. He's only, I think, in one rough game. And so far, the Blizzard are making him pay less than halfway through the first.
So the Blizzard continuing to get good looks here. They make good on that one. They grab the lead back. We're 2-1 here with 11:20 to go, first period. Off the draw. It's going to be picked up by Xander Delaron. Well, it was LeBerge who buried that as the ball will come back up high to Fielding. So, yes, it was LeBerge who scored that goal. The big lefty for Winnipeg as Flett will grab the ball. Here comes Caden Flett, who spent last season with the Junior A Miners. Obviously going to the Minto Cup and losing in the final to Whitby. Flett gets bumped in the corner as Winnipeg looked like they were going to come away with that pretty easily, and it was muffed, and the ball will come back with Simonson. Simonson and the two Royers off the left side. Royer has Simonson inside. He tried to swing that over to Dickin. That went well wide of him. Ball gets picked up. And here come the Blizzard. They lose it, now get it back. As they look to try and get their offense onto the floor. The Blizzard lost it again. Angus is going to have to race over to get this. And now the Warriors grab that turnover. There's Wolney. He tried to get it inside. That got knocked down. Little bit of a sloppy play here from both teams over this last minute or so. Wellner Bate. Ben Royer. Sebastian Simonson up top. Ball gets swung over. Dewart, who's had a very good tournament himself. Had a couple of big back-to-back goals in the first game of the tournament against the Outlaws, where the Warriors were in some trouble, and it was 2-1, and Josh Dewart decided to take the game and put it on his back, scoring 2 goals in the matter of about 30 seconds, and really sort of swung that game. Here's Kluchuk. Kluchuk in, and that gets stopped by Pinch. And talking about big games, Kluchuk didn't dress last night, but in his last game against the Outlaws yesterday morning, it seems like that was 3 days ago, that game was so early, but he had 5 goals against a feisty Outlaws side who I thought really showed well for themselves over the course of this tournament, did a good job as hosts, and they look to have a bright future as they move into next year. Ball's going to go loose. Dickin gets thrown heavily into the boards. Looks like there's going to be a penalty call, interference, and the Blizzard will go to the box.
Blizzard taking the first penalty of this game. Again, mentioned in the pregame show. The Warriors looking strong even in this tournament. 41.18% through the 4 games, 7 for 17. We'll see if it pays off. They continue their streak. They were operating over 50% through most of the regular season, finishing it off at 43.75%. But we'll see if they can find some luck here early in this game.
As Simonson will start up the power play. He'll play catch up top. Simonson. Dewart. There's that slip into the middle. The Warriors run that all the time. And that was a big stop by Isaby. It's the Warriors' go-to play. It's a little slip as Simonson fakes like he's going to go set that seal on the shooter, and then he rolls inside, and he's often wide open, and Isaby turned it away. Royer. Dickin. Up top, Simonson. That shot comes in, and that gets stopped by the Winnipeg goaltender, Isaby, who has played exceptionally well, I've thought, in this tournament. Much better than I think his regular season would have indicated, and nobody's happier about that than the Blizzard, who, when they've needed him the most, Isaby has really stepped up. Here's Fielding, who's got a handful of goals in this tournament. That gets stopped by Pinch, and the ball will come loose to Simonson.
Blizzard getting some looks kind of early, even on the penalty kill. And again, that is kind of dangerous as the Blizz have 2 shorthanded goals for in this tournament.
As the Warrior power play clicking at 41%, almost 42% in this tournament. You can't take penalties against these guys. As the Dewart will fire that into Isaby, and Winnipeg doing a good job on this one. Although now Wiley gets stripped, Simonson is going to pick up the loose ball. Ben Royer, very good at that, as he hounds guys. Obviously not a big guy, but does a good job of getting on hands and disrupting guys' sticks, and he turns that over. And although they're now even strength, the Warriors are going to be able to have another possession here. Dewart, 2-man game. He's got Brody Stashnik wide open. Brody mishandled that a little bit. Looked like he might have been a bit surprised that he was that wide open, and it'll be a Blizzard ball. Here come the Blizz. Right in front, Blizzard, and that stopped. That was Delaron. And the Blizzard continuing to get the better chances here. And Pinch, like he has all playoff long, much like Isaby, has really stepped up for the Warriors. I think Pinch is probably as strong as Simonson and Ben Royer have been in these playoffs. Pinch is right up there with them in terms of MVP, just in terms of how he's elevated his game. He's been quite something in these playoffs.
Absolutely. He's been one of the strongest players through this tournament. I'd say one of the only other strong goaltenders. And this may sound crazy coming from me, is Carson Wells from the Rampage. He's played phenomenal over the course of the Larry Bishop, but I mean, there's a reason that the Warriors are in the finals and the Rampage aren't.
Yeah, I know. Tate Pinch has really stepped up his game, obviously, and he really made a difference against the Rebels. Now in front, Dewart, as he tried to tuck that short side, it got stopped by Isaby.
Ty Garriak was down on the floor holding his neck. He's ran over to the bench. I think he's going to get looked at by the trainer here. I don't know exactly what happened, but it didn't look good.
Now Baniak gets thrown down. It's a big hit by the Warriors there. Anna Farajchuk will gather it and set up the Warriors offense once again. Ben Royer, half wall, flip pass, Wellner bait, and he shoots that into the stick of Isaby, and here come the Blizzard. 2-1, 4:30 to go, first period. Shots now, 13-12 Warriors, as they start to get a few chances here. In a period that I would say the Blizzard have had the better of the play, as the Warriors start to come on, though, now. Inside. And Pinch again. That was a big stop on Delaron. Seth Delaron. As here come the Warriors and Coleman Carey. As he makes his way up the floor, I'm sure nobody happier than him that they got that win yesterday against the Shamrocks, as he's in his final year of junior eligibility. And he's going to get to cap it off with a trip to Port Coquitlam, BC with the rest of these Warriors for the Founders Cup, the Junior B National Championship. Dickin inside, Dewart. And that was a nice pick and roll there. And Dewart fired that low and Isaby fought it off. Here come the Warriors, Dickin. Simonson. Dewart. Inside. As Royer squeezes it by Isaby, and it's 2-2.
I don't think Isaby knew where that ball was. It looked like he thought he had it stuck in his equipment somewhere. I think he just dribbled through, and Luke Royer ties this game back up 2-2.
Yeah, it looked like it sort of hit maybe between his midsection and his arm, and it kind of rolled off of his body into the net.
Nice job by Luke Royer, too, getting through traffic. It looked like there was a stick kind of right up in his arms, and he was able to get it back.
Yeah, it was a scrappy type goal by Luke Royer, and would you expect anything less from the Warrior veteran? I don't think so. And it's Manitoba starting it up into the Warrior zone. Out in front, and that was Kluchuk. And the Blizzard have had multiple opportunities naked right in front of the net. And Pinch has stopped every one of them except for maybe one. As here is Golka. He comes out of the corner and scores. It's 3-2 Warriors.
Hayden Golka finding a lane down the inside from deep in the corner. And on a diving play, he's able to just tuck it on the far side of Isaby. Make this the Warriors' first lead of the game.
And we've seen that a lot in this tournament and really throughout the season as the Warriors beat the Blizzard underneath, and it's been a common theme. Seen it a lot. Guys getting beat underneath. Golka saw a lane, took it, went across the crease, and made no mistake. 3-2 Warriors. 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go here, first period. Here's Baniak. Kluchuk, hop step. Step down shot. And that gets stopped by Pinch. As the Warriors will come back up. Menon. Royer. Here comes Royer. Pick set there by Simonson. Dickin. Ball down low. That's Dewart. Josh Dewart. He's going to back into his defender. Out in front. And he scores! Low on Isaby. It's 4-2. Edmonton.
Josh Dewar, you mentioned him earlier in this game, carrying that game off his back early in this tournament. And by all lines, doubles up the Blitz now, 4-2 Warrior lead.
And that's something that I think you've seen Josh do a lot more as this season and these provincials even have moved on, is he's using his size and he's backing guys down and then stepping back as he creates that space to shoot. And he did so there. It's 4-2 for the local team. Kluchuk. LeBerge. Ball swung over. Right side. Ball shot. That's knocked down. Ball will go into the crease of Pinch and he'll grab it. And here come the Warriors. Golka. He's on the wrong side of the floor. He smartly moves it back to Wellner Bate. Wellner Bate, Simonson. Half wall to Dickin. He's got a pick potentially here by Golka. That's set. Simonson off the swing pass. A little bit of a drag move. That's sent wide. And now the ball is going to go off of the boards and back down into the Warrior zone. So with 1:03 to go, Warriors leading 4-2. It'll be Manitoba ball here. Baniak. Kluchuk. Kluchuk swings it over to Baniak. Back to Kluchuk. Little bit of a pick there. Kluchuk steps around and shoots that. Ball's picked up and out in front. And that got sent wide. And here come the Warriors. It's Wolny, Rex Wolny, breakaway. Wolny in, and he scores. It's 5-2 late here in the first period. So the Warriors get it done in transition to extend this lead out. And as we approach the end of the first period, they lead 5-2. And off the draw, the Blizzard are going to take a loose ball interference call against, and they'll get possession. As Isby will make his way out of the net, the Blizzard will go 6-on-5. In need of a goal here to try to swing back momentum in a period that they really had control of, and it's gotten away from them here in the last 3 minutes. Kluchuk is just going to wind and fire through a bunch of traffic. That never got close to the net. And with that, the period is going to expire with the score. The Edmonton Warriors 5, the Winnipeg Blizzard 2. We want to thank you here for joining us on CROW LAX TV. It's been an absolute pleasure all season long covering this league for you. And we want to just remind you to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified every time we go live into next year and beyond as we cover the Junior B Tier 1 division. You're watching CROW LAX TV. Score after the first period, Edmonton Warriors 5, Winnipeg Blizzard 2.
That's the end of the first here from the inside the Ken Nickel Regional Recreation Center here in Beaumont, Alberta. Through 20 minutes, Warriors 5-2, the Blizzard. First intermission report here. Warriors doing a great job finding ways to put it past Isby. They, quite frankly, found multiple places that I didn't even think were possible to get it past him. On the other side of the floor, the Blizzard doing a great job on the outside of the circle. But moving forward, the Blizzard might need to try and get inside that Warriors defense, deep into the zone, in order to get a couple past Pinch, as Pinch has looked outstanding so far in this game. That's your first intermission report. We'll be coming at you with the second in just under 10 minutes.
Welcome back into the Ken Nickel Recreation Center for second period action. It is the gold medal game of the RMLL Junior B Larry Bishop Memorial as the Edmonton Warriors and Winnipeg Blizzard go at it for the crown of the league. The Warriors already having punched their ticket into the Founders Cup, the Junior B National Championship. That'll start in Port Coquitlam, BC next Monday. And the Blizzard will be looking to simply win the league here right here today. As off the draw, Flett will gather. And Caden Flett will navigate a check here and swing it over to Simonson. Sebastian Simonson up high, Ben Royer. Down low, Sebastian Simonson will look to feed here. Gets it to Royer. Dickin winds and fires short side high. It's 6-2 Warriors and 19-29 to go here, second period.
Dickens inside the circle. Nobody has a stretch. Absolutely rips it past this to be 6-2 Warriors lead.
That's a rough one if you're the Blizzard to give up that early in the period when you're in a position in this game where you need to go on a run.
31 seconds into this period for Dickin to rip it past, and yeah. I mean, if you're Isby, you've got to be punching air at that one.
As the ball goes back down inside the Blizzard zone, it'll be picked up by Wiley. Baniak will jog into the Warrior zone. As the ball gets swung, and off the crease was Delaron. Wasn't quite able to bring it in. They're going to say back in. It'll be Blizzard ball. Up high. Angus swings it over. Kluchuk. As they're going to call a moving pick here on the Blizzard, it'll be Warrior ball. Here's Lanthier. Down into the offensive zone. Dewart, that ball was down low. It's going to go out, and it's going to be Manitoba ball here as they try to get a fast break opportunity. Not quite able to get the ball back out on the floor in time to maybe get a 2-on-1 of some kind there. Here are the Blizzard. Angus inside. Angus, and he scores as he outweighted Pinch and tucked it around him. It's 6-3. And Angus is a guy, you know, you talk about Kluchuk, you talk about LeBears, you talk about Delaron, but Angus is a guy who his skill level is right up there with those guys. And he's really quick, and you could see him dart inside there and had good patience there to finish around Pinch.
That's one of the keys that I said in the first intermission report is the Blizzard need to find a way to get inside that Warriors defense. And Angus does it, pull them within 3.
As the ball gets battled for over at center. And now just as a Warrior had possessed it, he took a stiff check, lost the ball. And now Kluchuk has a tough pass to handle on a Faraichuk. Will grab the ball. Stachnik in, and he got checked at the last second. And here come the Blizzard. Winnipeg, Delaron. Ball swung over to Kluchuk. Kluchuk, drag move, Kluchuk. That goes off as something as the Blizzard will get a reset. And there really haven't been very many penalties in this game when you really think about it. Now we're approaching the halfway mark of it. And there's only been a couple really each way at best as the Warriors will grab the loose ball. Here's Flett. Menon And he'll jog up into the offensive zone. Royer. The Warriors go strong left. Dickin. Stashnik sets a pick. Wellner bait. And that gets stopped. And Dickin sends that one on Isaby. It'll be Blizzard ball here. 16:30 to go. Second period. Warriors leading the Manitoba Blizzard 6-3. The Warriors having clinched their spot in the Founders Cup as the Alberta representative. As there are no Alberta lacrosse, Junior B lacrosse teams left playing at this point in the season. And of course they want to cap their RMLL campaign with a league title as well. But standing in their way are the Manitoba Blizzard, who want to win their second Junior B RMLL title. They did so in 2016 when they defeated the Calgary Chill, and Caden Golka scores far side again on Isaby. It's 7-3.
Caden Golka on the fast break puts it past Isaby. That's going to be the first person this game to get 2 goals. Caden Golka splits it right. So 7-3 Warrior lead.
And off the draw. As it's going to be picked up off the loose ball by Manitoba. I don't know who's reporting these goals inside.
Whoever's reporting these goals is definitely not correct. I don't.
Yeah, I have no clue who's reporting the goals inside the arena right now, but guys are getting credit for goals that aren't even on the floor. Here's Kluchuk, winds and fires. Maybe it's a sign that's how good Josh Stewart's been in this tournament. He's getting goals when he's not even on the floor.
I mean, he's been one of the standout stars of the tournament. You know, I think something could be a little weird there.
As the Warriors will gain possession. Royer. That's Luke. Simonson. He comes up top with it. Royer. Tried to feed Simonson. Ends up with Dewart. Dewart pulls his way to the net. That gets stopped by Isaby. And again, the Blizzard are going to need a run here of some kind. The Warriors have already scored a few in a row in this game, a couple of times. The Blizzard are going to need to do the same if they're going to crawl their way back into this. You can't afford to trade goals with the Warriors. They're just too potent of an offense as the ball goes into the stick of pinch.
At one point in this game, the Blues were up 2-0 before that 7-3 Warriors lead.
As the Warriors come up floor here. Warriors actually scored 6 in a row after that 2-0 lead. Or it was 2-1, I guess. So they scored 5 in a row as the Blizzard come up over center. Balls with Angus. Angus, right in Angus! And this time, Pinch shuts it off. As Coleman Carey has some trouble with this. Ball will bounce back to Wolney. He hands that off to Wellner Bate. Wellner Bate swings it over to Dickin. Dickin inside, and he threw that over top of the net, and then Royer got the rebound. I don't know if Isaby stopped that or if it fell out of his stick or what. And now it looks like official Cole Smith is going to take two different. Looks like he's going to take a Manitoba player and a Warrior player. No, just going to be one.
They do have one player from each of the boxes to see how the camera is here. 2 minutes roughing, it looks like the both players.
I guess he just didn't signal for the eye. There is a Manitoba player in the box, so he just jumped in there really quickly Yeah.
Zach Tinley for the Blizzard in the box there, and I believe that was
So-
Robert Bate for the Warriors.
Yeah, so on the board, it looks like they have 2 minutes each. So there'll be 4-on-4 here. As they sort this out. Want to thank you for joining us here on CROW LAX TV. It is the gold medal game of the RMLL Junior B Division. Warriors, founders bound, Manitoba, looking to take the league title away from them here. But they got some work to do, trailing 7-3. LaBerge, Delaron. Inside as Kluchuk tried to drop that into LaBerge. That went loose, and here come the Warriors. Golka, up floor. Here comes Golka, already with 2 in the game, and he shoots that off of Isaby. Loose ball here. Good job to grab that by Ulit, as he took a heavy check there by the Warrior bench. Luckily for him, no boards involved.
Some words down towards the Warriors bench. I mentioned in the first, this game was going to get chippy, and it just keeps getting more so as the game goes.
Delaron, but the ball went over his head as Delaron got tackled into the crease. And they're going to say Warrior ball. As they started the music up, maybe a little prematurely, as Royer comes down into the offensive zone. Inside, Simonson fakes and he buries it short. Oh, now you're going to say crease. They wave it off, and the Blizzard are going to come back the other way. As that is no goal. They signal crease, and it'll be Manitoba ball. And that's big for Winnipeg here, as they need to get out of these next few minutes, not having this lead extended any further. It's time for them to go on a run as we approach the midway point of the second period. Warriors 7, Winnipeg 3, 11:45 to go, second period. Royer underneath. He got pushed away at the last second. Up high to Josh Dewart. Dewart. He threw that low. Missed the net. Simonson. Wines, fires. That went off of a body. They're going to say reset. I don't know if that hit the goalie, but it must have. And it'll be Warrior ball. 11:15 to go as they get another possession here. Second period. Dickin shoots that low on Isaby. Good loose ball there by Brody Stashnik. As he swings that. He hits Simonson. Simonson swings that back over. Dickin inside, and that gets stopped, and then there was a rebound. And they're going to say someone stepped inside the crease. It'll be Blizzard ball.
It's a nice job by Dickin to pull his way deep into the offensive zone there, and almost had a nice diving play and a rebound. But unfortunately, Dickin just slides just inside the crease and negates the second chance opportunity for his teammate.
And now in transition, Ben Royer. Royer in front. Royer! And just where Simonson went on the goal that was just waved off, Royer walks across the net, fakes short, fakes far, comes back short, and it's 8-3.
Ben Royer forcing Isaby. There's a reason Royer is the leading scorer in this tournament. It's an 8-3 Warriors.
As this starts to get away from Manitoba a little bit here, they've got to get the next goal. Otherwise, it's probably just going to be too much of a hill to climb for them as this game goes past the midway point. as the ball gets sent in. Luke Royer. That gets stopped. Ball's loose. And you can see Warrior players telling the box that they're reporting goals wrong. And obviously that's not the box that's, they're not coming up with the numbers. It's the officials telling them the digits.
It looks like Ben Royer, right? It's kind of hard to screw up a 0.
At the same time, I don't know if that's what you want to be focusing on if you're a player. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter whose number's getting recorded on the score sheet. Just win the game.
Pushing and shoving there. Don't know if anything's going to come of that, but it looks like that is Rex Molly and Sander Delaron over by the net.
Ball is going to be picked up by the Warriors as they come up floor. The ball is picked up. Here's Ulit for the Blizzard. Blizz in, and that's stopped by Pinch. Pinch is going to ask for a timeout here. And so with 8:56 to go, second period, the score is the Edmonton Warriors 8, Manitoba Blizzard 3. We want to thank you for being with us here all season long on the channel, CROW LAX TV. And moving forward, all you got to do is hit the subscribe button. You'll be notified every time we go live, as this is the final. So we'll wrap up for the summer, but we'll be back with you in late April for the start of the 2024 season and beyond, as we take you right into the provincials, which will be held. I'm actually not even sure where they're held next year, to be honest with you, but we'll take you right through up and through the provincials next year. And again, all you got to do is hit the subscribe button on the channel, and you'll be with us all season long. It's been a blast. Without you guys, we wouldn't have a platform. And Lacrosse has been in need of coverage and attention for a long time. And to be able to bring that to you, I think everybody here would agree that it's been a lot of fun. So thank you. Ben Royer. Royer shoots that into the chest of Isaby. And the Blizzard will come back up floor. Here's Wiley. Shots sitting at 29-23 right now for the Blizzard, or for the Warriors. Warriors lead 8-3. Kluchuk, drag move, underneath. And that's stopped by Pinch. Andrews had to shake the helmet back down as it was a little bit propped. It was kind of propped up over top of his hair. Here's Dickin. A little bit of a flip pass to Golka. That got stopped. Then Golka took a defender out with a little bit of a shoulder, and then Wellner Bates scores. It's 9-3.
Excellent. So outside the circle, puts past Isaby once again. Sorry, my apologies. Well, their feet. From my vantage point, it's hard to tell between the 9 and 2. So Aiden Wellner bait with the goal. And he's one name that you tend to leave off your list and high-rated players, but he's been a very big underdog and underrated for this Warriors team this season. Push him up 9-3.
So off of the draw, LeBerge picks that up. LeBerge in, and that got behind Pinch, but not across the line, as the Warriors will come back up floor. Here's Josh Dewart. He'll slow play this. Josh swings it over to Cole Stashnik. Stashnik gets tied up by a couple of Blizzard players. That ball goes well wide. That shot comes in after that from Josh Stewart, stopped. And now the Blizzard will traverse out over center. The Warriors now have extending this lead out to a 6-goal spread. Warriors 9, Blizzard 3. 7 minutes to go here, second period. Here's Golka. Steps around to check. Golka! And he completes the hat trick. Caden Golka. 10-3.
You can throw the hats for Golka. First player in this game to get his hat trick. Golka looking strong, getting past the defenders. 10-3. And I don't know about you, Mo, but I think this game might be getting close to out of reach for the Blazers. It looks like the Blazers might be making a goaltender change here as well, as Isabee's heading towards the bench.
Yeah, no, that's a tough one to give up if you're the Blizzards. That one was in transition. The one prior, about, 50 seconds ago, 40 seconds ago, was off of a broken play, and it feels like the Blizzard sort of imploded a little bit here as the Warriors grab firm control. And it is a goaltending change here. So, in relief of Andrew Isbee, it will be Cooper Seniuk for the Manitoba Blizzard.
Definitely not happy. Comes to the bench, throws his helmet on the ground quite aggressively. But teammate Kai Garrett coming over, consoling him, saying, hey, man, it's all right. You know what? It happens. 10-3 Warriors lead.
Now off to the draw. They're going to battle for it. It'll be Warrior ball. They lead 10-3. As Josh Stewart swings that over. Wellner bait. Dickin. Dewart inside to Simonson, who's cutting. That was a little too hot for him to handle. Here's Ben Royer. Royer, step back as he shoots that into the stick of Seniuk. So if you're the Blizzard here, it's about breaking this game down into segments. You're got 6 minutes here to go in the second period. That's segment 1. You probably want to win this segment by 2 goals. So let's say they win it 2-0. You get it to 10-5. Then it's more manageable going into the third. The first 5 minutes is segment 2. You get a goal there. It's 10-6. Then the next segment, probably the next 5 minutes. You get a couple there. Maybe you give up one. 11-8. And then you're in the last 10 minutes with a puncher's chance. 11-8, it's a 3-goal spread. That's how you got to approach it if you're on that bench as a player and especially as a coach, and you got to relay that to your bench.
Absolutely. A 3-goal lead, like you said, it's more manageable to deal with than 5-goal. A couple little extra shots here after the whistle. I fully agree. You break it down into segments like that, and hey, even though you're down by 7 now, it's not that hard to come back, especially in Junior B.
The ball swung over here, near side. Blizzard. Kluchuk. Kluchuk up across the top, behind the back dish. That was a perfect feed, and it was just dropped by the Blizzard player. Now, there's an interference call coming up, and it'll be a Blizzard ball. Here's Kluchuk. Fielding. He's going to come up across the top. Shoots that. That's stopped. Kluchuk swings it over. Delaron. As it says D-Lax on the back of his jersey. And that shot is stopped by Pinch. Whoa. Delaron. Kluchuk. Kluchuk across the top. Tried to feed it down to Fielding. That went too low. And now the Blizzard shot clock's going to expire. And it'll be Warrior ball.
Chuck doing a good job holding that ball, trying to get around 3 defenders. Makes his way through the first 2. Can't quite find his way around the third. Backs off. And the Blizz, decent chance to score. Just unfortunately, the Warriors defense I can't figure out there.
Here's Dickin. Well in their bait. Ben Royer A little bit of an ISO underneath his man, and he gets pushed into the
Words being
crease.
exchanged here between Tyrell Gray and Brody Stachniak. They were getting in each other's grills. Nothing's going to come out of it, but something to watch.
I don't know. It feels like this year, Keenan, that there's a lot of talk and not a lot of action with that. So anytime I see that, I'm not really anticipating a whole lot. Now they wave a goal off. The ball's sitting in the net. I don't really know why that was waved off.
Up in arms right now. Head coach Jarrett Wood screaming at the referee. They're not happy with that.
As Ben Royer will grab this. Royer out in front. Royer, and he steps inside, and it'll be Blizzard ball. Fielding. Left side. 2:30 to go, second period. Edmonton Warriors 10, Manitoba Blizzard 3. Gold medal game, RMLL championship on the line. Founder's berth not on the line, with the Warriors already having clinched that. Wolney. The ball eventually gets to Carey, and he'll come out with it. Here's Coleman Carey. The Warriors are just gonna... Now they'll shoot the ball. They look like they were content to just drain clock there, and with 1:53 here to go in the second period, it'll be a Blizzard ball. It almost feels like it's the third period, hey, Keenan, with basically the Warriors looking like they want to walk it out, and the Blizzard almost looking like they're accepting their fate.
Warriors, I think, just trying to kill off as much time as they can. They want the biggest lead possible going into that third period. And they just don't want to give the Blizzard any life going into that third.
Now Kluchuk is going to grab the loose ball. Kluchuk in. Jackson Kluchuk. And nice trail check there by Anna Farajchuk. And now a Blizzard player gets taken heavily into the boards. It'll be Warrior ball, or it'll be Blizzard ball here. Ouellette. Over to Angus. Angus off the half wall. Up top. Ball swung over. Jackson Kluchuk. Tried to flip that inside. Nobody there, and a stick knocked that down. Delaronde. Missed Kluchuk with that pass. Now it'll go all the way down the floor into Seniak's stick. And here come the Warriors with 42 seconds to go. First period. And a skip pass down to the crease. Great save by Seniak as he got across on Simonson. Here's Dewart. Royer. Simonson. Skips it. As the ball is going to go into the corner. They're going to fight for it. As the ball stays loose, and the shot clock will expire, and the period is basically going to expire too, with only 5 seconds left. Now it looks like they're going to looks like Manitoba wants a timeout. So Blizzard will take a timeout with 5 seconds and try to get a shot off here before the period expires. Thank you so much once again for joining us on CROW LAX TV as we wind down here. It's the gold medal final, the RMLL championship. The Warriors already having clinched their spot in the Founders. And both of these teams trying to grab a league title here. As there's
Down here
discussions
between
here
the
going on
benches,
in
just
the
ahead of
bench
the second
of
intermission. Head
Manitoba.
coach Jarrett Wood yelling at the referee, asking for them to at least talk to them or something. I guess the referees and Jarrett have a bit of a disagreement here, but understandably so. I mean, things aren't going their way.
So Manitoba will try to generate some type of look here with 5 seconds to go. They'll pull Seniuk. And if you're Manitoba, you can't just settle for a long outside shot. At least try to seal down and get somebody coming up from the bottom, up around the seal to shoot with a lane to actually shoot the ball. Something tells me Kluchuk might just walk in and fire the ball. Oh, they do make one pass, and LeBears steps into one with 0.2 on the clock. It's 10-4.
About a time to score a goal, 0.2 seconds left in the second. 10-4 now, lead cut down.
So with 0.2 on the clock, Manitoba narrows the lead down to 6. It's Warriors 10, Winnipeg 4 with just tenths of a second left in the period. And that'll do it for the second period. So, after 2 periods of play, it will be the Edmonton Warriors 10, the Winnipeg Blizzards 4. If you want to be here with us on CROW LAX TV, not only next year, but moving forward, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for being with us all season long. Of course, we still got one more period to go, but I just can't say it enough how fun this has been. I know everybody here at CROW LAX and Cody and Eric and Keenan and everybody has really appreciated all of the participation, all of the comments, all of the feedback. So thank you for that. And we'll be right back here with you on the channel in about 9 minutes for the third period.
Second period of action complete from here inside the Ken Nickel Regional Recreation Center here in the championship game for the RMLL Junior B Tier 1 title. The Warriors and the Blizzard Warriors leading 10-4 after 40 minutes. Second period of action, again, another 5-2 affair. This time Warriors extending their lead now to 6. Going into the third period, you heard Mo say it in the broadcast, you want to take this third period in segments. You're down by 6 now, but you score 2 in the first 5 minutes. Now you're down by 4. The next 2 minutes, you're down by 2. You're down to a 2-3 goal deficit for final 10. That's a more manageable game than what you're seeing now. Warriors doing a great job of limiting the Blizz outside the circle now, but especially inside. It's been the story of the game, quite frankly, on how well the Warriors have done there. The other side, the Blizzard, one too many defensive breakdowns, not quite going their way, but we'll see how this third period turns out. 20 minutes left to decide the RMLL Junior B Tier 1 title here from the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup in Beaumont, Alberta. My name is Keenan. You're watching CROW LAX TV. We'll be back with the third.
And welcome back inside Ken Nickel Recreation Center in what could be the final period of the Tier 1 Junior B RMLL season, with the Warriors holding a 10-4 lead over the Blizzard. The Warriors already having clinched their founder spot, and really the only thing on the line in this game is the league title, which obviously both teams will want to gather. The Warriors having won last year and looking to repeat, while the Blizzard winning in 2016. And that was in the middle of going to 3 straight RMLL finals. They lost to Saskatchewan before they went A in 2015. They beat the Chill in 2016 and then lost to, I believe it was Red Deer in 2017. And please don't kill me if I screwed one of those teams up. It's totally off of the top of my head. As the ball goes into the corner, and it's thrown up to Kluchuk. Kluchuk spins off a check. Ball swung over, Delaron. That ball gets blocked. And it will be picked up by Pinch. Menon. Nice little move there. And he runs around his defender. So we pick this one up here 4-on-4 with the Warriors bringing the ball into the 24-foot, and now Royer took a heavy check, went to the ground, and then Dewart picked up the loose ball, sent it in on net. Easy stop there by Senyak, and the Blizzard will go up floor with it. 18:50 to go, third period, 10-4. Warriors lead the Blizzard. So if you're looking ahead to the Founders Cup, you're a Warrior fan, you're an Alberta Lacrosse fan, whatever, that starts on Monday. And you've got what'll be a 6-team tournament. So you've got the Warriors, who will be representing Alberta. You've got Victoria, who won BC. You've got the host Port Coquitlam Saints, who are also out of BC, obviously. You've got the Onondaga Redhawks, who won the First Nations League. And right now in Ontario, Akwesasne is up 2-1 in their best of 5 on Six Nations. And I believe they're playing that game either right now or tonight. And Akwesasne could clinch that Ontario title and represent Ontario. And you've also got the Regina Queen City Kings, who also are of the RMLL. They'll be representing Saskatchewan in the tournament. As across the top, Angus shoots that. That goes wide. And Wolney will pick that up.
Warriors doing a good job keeping the Blizzard at bay. They don't want them to get any life into them after scoring a goal with 0.2 seconds left in that second period. Warriors, this is the way they need to play for the rest of this game.
As the Blizzard will come up the floor. This game has really slowed down here, really, since about the 5-minute mark of the second period. Ball sent into the middle. Goes loose. Stashnik battles for that. And now he comes away with it. Goal Stashnik. Breakaway. Stashnik in. And that got trapped in the chest of Senyak. Good loose ball battle there by Cole Stashnik. And if you're the Blizzard, you probably have to go on about a 3-goal run to have a realistic chance before you give up anything more here. As the ball gets floated into Pinch, and Anna Farajchuk will come away with it. Luke Royer, left side. He looks at the net, thinks better of it, goes back to Simonson. 16:20 to go. Third period, Warriors 10, Blizzard 4. Shot sitting at 40-35, Warriors. That shot gets sent in and stopped by the Blizzard. Senyak looks to outlet, and he does so. Nice pass up to center as the Blizzard come down the right side. That's Shablik. Tried to get it up to LeBurge, That goes loose. Andrews pushes him off the ball and grabs it. Now he's got a 2-on-1. If you recognize it with Golka. Was late to recognize, but it didn't matter as Golka took it, fired it home. It's 11-4.
Talk about a player of the game. Caden Golka, his fourth goal of the game. 11-4 Warriors lead. And with that 7 goals up, I don't know if the Blues have a chance to come back. 15:45 to play in the third.
If it wasn't over already, that certainly feels like it is now. But quite frankly, just with the energy that I saw off of the Blizz bench late in that second period, or lack thereof, and early third, it didn't feel like they were about to come back anyways. As off the draw here. Gonna be picked up by Lanthier. And Wilner Bate will come into the offensive zone for the Warriors. Van Royer, hell of a tournament, hell of a season. Just under 100 points for the younger Royer. His brother, of course, Jack of the Junior A minors, who will be playing in the Minto Cup in just under 2 weeks now. It's suddenly right around the corner, as they'll be joined by the Junior A Mountaineers, the Coquitlam Adnex out of BC, and the winner of Orangeville and Burlington. Ball is picked up and thrown down to the crease. Fielding shoots and scores. It's 11-5.
And Ethan Fielding gets the first goal for the Warriors in quite a while, or for the Blizzard here, in quite a while. It's just over 5 minutes of play. But this could be the spark that the Blizzard need. Now back within 6.
And now breakaway Kluchuk, and he scores. It's 11-6. Maybe I spoke too soon, because all of a sudden the Blizzard have energy, and it's only a 5-goal game with 14:40 to go here, third period.
Jackson Kluchuk 5 seconds later. Now that 5-goal game, I just said it, it could be the spark they need. And with 2 goals in such quick succession, you never know what's going to happen, as they're now requesting a floor wipe.
And the floor wipe might be the best thing possible for the Warriors, as the momentum might slow just a little bit here. But the Warriors, Manitoba looked just completely dead. Their body language on their bench, the way they were going through their offensive possessions, there really wasn't any off-ball action, no seals, no picks, no off-ball cuts. And all of a sudden, Fielding scores, and they get a little bit of a lift, and then Kluchuk goes in, breakaway goal, and they're not out of it yet here. That run is going to need to continue here over the next few minutes. This can't sit at a 5-goal spread until about the halfway mark of the period.
We'll see how the Warriors respond to this quick 2-goal run for the Blizzard, hitting this ensuing face-off. But anything that happens as we come down the stretch of the final 13 minutes.
As Golka comes down into the offensive zone. Golka out in front. Golka. That gets stopped by Senia. As Golka seemingly has had all day to walk out in front in this game. He's already done it twice and scored. He has another couple in transition. I think he has 4 goals in this game. At least 3. Dickin shoots that off of. Yeah, he does have 4. As the ball goes into stick of Senia. And the Blizzard will come up floor. Manitoba. The Winnipeg Blizzard had a very strong tournament here, starting off 3-0. And then in a game that really didn't mean anything last night, took their first loss. And they, of course, defeated the Regina Kings in the Eastern Division Final to get here in what many thought was an upset, as Regina really had a strong season, actually had the second most goals in the entire league, right behind the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels. And Manitoba took them out in a high-scoring series, as you would expect between those two. Here's Royer. Inside Simonson. That could have put it away. That's a big stop by Senyuk as we approach the 13-minute mark.
Kenyuk is going to have to keep doing that to keep the Blizzard in the game with 13 to go. He's looked pretty strong so far, early since coming on in relief of Isaby. And he's just got to keep that momentum going for the Blizz.
Now in transition, and Kluchek just pulled that wide on the short side. And if you're Senyuk and the Blizzard, you probably can't give up any more goals here. You got 12 and a half to go. You're down 11-6. You probably got to hold the Warriors down at 11 and go on a massive run here.
Most you can probably let one pass you, but you don't want much more than that for this.
And just from a sheer mathematical standpoint, even if you only let in one, as Golka scores again. That's 5 for Caden Golka. The Warriors double up on the Blizzard at 12-6. And as I was just saying, if you give up one more, you've got to score 2 goals, or you got to score a goal every 2 minutes, which is very difficult. And that's what they're faced with now as Golka buries another one past Senya.
It may be difficult to do, but not impossible. We've seen it happen before. But that is Caden Golka's 5th goal of the game. I mean, I don't see 5 very often outside of games like Fodchuk and a couple other ones even from last season. Golka carrying this game on his back for the Warriors. If he doesn't have those 5, it's a 2-goal game.
So Caden Golka really stepping up, and he had a really strong game the last couple for the Warriors. And he stepped up in this game, and he's really supplemented their offense here, as he doesn't play a whole lot of 5-on-5 set offense, but he's really dangerous in transition, and he's provided a lot of extra offense here for the Warriors. Simonson winds and fires. That stopped. And it'll go to the boards, where he'll pick it back up, and a reset will follow for the Warriors. Ball into the corner. Picked up by Isabe. Now the Blizzard will come back up over center. Angus gets tied up by Andrews. Good defense by the defender, and now Pinch gets blown up by Kluchuk. Nothing's going to happen from that. And other than Luke Royer gives Kluchuk a little bit of a bump.
Kluchuk absolutely lit Kate Pinch beside the net. Pinch still on the ground. Trainer Vicky McCray for the Warriors heading out there to check on him. Don't know if he was injured on that play, but he's still laying down behind the net.
Now, it was a heavy collision in behind the net. I really don't think Kluchuk, I don't think there was any intent behind that. Kluchuk's not that type of player, and I think it was one of those scenarios where Kluchuk was chasing the loose ball and Pinch came out and they ran into each other, and Pinch happened to take the worst of it.
Kluchuk was preparing for Pinch to try and cut him off to let his teammate take that ball behind the net. And like you said, Pinch just got the worst of that collision.
And the Warriors, nobody ran after Kluchuk or anything. Now, I'm not sure if they didn't see it or anything along those lines, but it would truly surprise me if Kluchuk had intent there. And Pinch looks like he's really having trouble getting up onto his feet.
Getting up very slowly here. McCray calling for some help from some of the teammates. It looks like he might be grabbing his groin area. I don't know what happened there.
As they help As they help take Pinch off of the floor here, it'll be Lucas Bialet who will come in relief of the starting netminder. As Pinch, it definitely looks like he's going to need some medical attention here.
On a good note, he is coming off with a little bit of help, but it doesn't look like it's any leg injury or anything. It might be an arm now that he's a little closer to us, that he's...
Now, no idea what... I don't think anybody at this point has any idea on what Tate Pinch's injury status is. But if you're watching at home and you're wondering what the Warriors would do goaltending-wise for the Founders Cup, you are allowed to pick up 3 players to add to your roster when you go to the Nationals in Junior B. And so they would undoubtedly be picking up a goalie. I think they're picking up a goalie anyways. So if you're worried about that, you can have that. You have that in your back pocket. But first and foremost, Pinch has been absolutely outstanding during these playoffs and provincials, and you hope, for his sake, that he's all right. He deserves to be in the net for the Warriors when they go to the Founders. And now the Warriors are going to take an undisciplined penalty here as Wolney just decided to knock a Blizzard player down way away from the ball. So the Blizzard will go to the power play here with 10:53 to go here, down 12-6.
It's time for the Blizzard to capitalize. And I was just talking with our technical producer, Eric, and we both said, after that, this game is going to get a lot more chippy than it has been for this final 11 minutes. I mean, the Blizzard practically out of this game with an injury. 6 weeks for the rest of this game.
As that shot sent in by Kluchuk, stopped by Bialik. His first action here. Kluchuk behind the back. LeBerge. Delaron, Kluchuk, Delaron. Delaron fires that off of the J-bar. Post and crossbar where they connect. Kluchuk. Quick ball movement here by the Blizzard. Much better than what I had seen earlier in this game. Kluchuk up top, behind the back. He tried to skip that down to the far crease. That was well high. And here comes Caden Flett. He's going to be trapped there by a couple of Blizzard players and somehow got away. It looked like his stick was pinned back, but he's got some solid hold in that thing and got away from the pressure. Ben Royer. 9:40 to go. Third period. Here's Golka. Golka lost the ball at the last second. I don't think that hit the net. Maybe the shot hit the net. I don't know. It looked like the ball came out of his stick before he got that shot off. Kluchuk. And obviously, if the Blizzard have any hope in this game, they got to score right here on this possession with a man advantage. Delaron, that goes well wide. And here come the Warriors in transition. Lanthier, loose ball. He ties up Delaron. And here comes the Warrior vet, one of the, I think, 4 players, maybe 5, who graduate off of the Warriors roster. I believe it's Lanthier, Coleman Carey, Brendan Oniferichuk, and I'm blanking on, Lachlan Gordon's got another year. There's somebody else. As the ball goes loose, Royer will just flip that down into, I think it's Jacob Chalman, the pickup from Poco. As the Manitoba Blizzard will come into the zone. Angus had a pretty strong game for the Blizzard. LeBerge inside. He gets thrown away, and now he shoots a wild shot that goes off of Bialik. And it's going to be grabbed by Pennock. As Dewar will hand off to Simonson. Ben Royer swings it over to Simonson. Josh Stewart, swing pass. Ben Royer inside to Luke, and then he took a check on the back. And the Blizzard will be going to the box. So with Tate Pinch, it's looking like a high leg injury of some kind as they continue to attend to him down in behind the bench. If you're a goal,
Warriors coming on against power play, this is the chance for them to.
And groin injuries are, I don't know if it's a groin, but you hope it's not, because groin injuries are the absolute worst for any athlete, never mind a goalie who has to basically shuffle across the net all game and step and push off leg to leg as the Blizzard will get this loose ball. Here come the Blizzard. Short-handed. They don't make the 10-second count. It'll be Warrior ball. 7 minutes left. Warriors 12, Blizzard 6. In the RMLL Junior B gold medal game. Warriors winners in 2022 looking to repeat. Blizzard looking to win their second RMLL Junior B title in their fourth final. Pretty good for a team out of Manitoba to have been in the league final 4 times. As Delaron takes a high hit from Simonson. Oh, he works his way out in front. Delaron! And now he gets cleaned out from behind. What was a pretty ugly hit. Coleman Carey will go to the box. And they'll be even up for the next 53 seconds.
Taken down in front of the net. He was falling. Either way, this is going to now go to a 4-on-4 for the next 53 seconds in a shortened Blizzard power play.
Oh, the ball be with LeBerge. Swung over to the right side. Kluchuk. Angus. Got away from a check. Kluchuk. Across the top. Tried to feed it inside. Now picked up. Bialik with another save. Here come the Warriors. 6 minutes to go. 12-6. As a Blizzard player banged up is going to hop off the floor in obvious pain, and the Warriors score. Didn't even see the goal as I was looking back here at a couple of Blizzard players hobbling off the floor.
Warriors now putting this game out of reach on the 4-4. 13-6 the score. And it looks like there's going to be a couple players heading to the box as well, I believe, for some unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, yeah, it looks like an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty to both guys. And at this point, it's all academic. As this game, the Blizzard really had control of it in the first 15 minutes, outplaying the Warriors as they struggled to gain any type of lead. And the Warriors scored a few goals really late in the first, and ever since then, it's just felt like the Warriors have put the game on cruise control, and the Blizzard have really struggled to gain any kind of traction and energy, really. They just look flat here.
Near opposite of what we saw in the round robin between the boys and the Warriors. Warriors put their foot on the gas and never really looked back.
So the Blizzard will have a 4-on-3 power play here for a few seconds as that original penalty ticks down. Now the pass jams up Baniak. And they'll say Blizzard ball. Cross crease pass, and that's a goal. As Delaron hits Captain Baniak, 13-7, 5:33 to go.
At this point, just a formality. It was 5 minutes to go. 13-7, still a 6-goal lead. Baniak just topping up some of his stats to finish off the Larry Bishop.
Now ball is picked up by the Blizzard. Fluchuk. Plays catch with Delaron. Fluchuk. Delaron shoots. That's stopped. As the two Delaron brothers are on opposite shooters here. Ball's going to go loose. And picked up by the Blizzard. Fluchuk. LeBerge fought his way to the front of the net, just squeezed between two Warrior players, and it got stopped by Bialik. And here comes Golka. Or Flett, sorry. Flett tried to get that over to Golka. Now Ben Royer will walk it down the far boards. Royer dick in, and that wasn't connected on. 3:55 to go. Edmonton Warriors 13, Manitoba Blizzard 7. With the Blizzard starting to pull their goalie in desperation here. Shots 52 Warriors, 47 Blizzard.
Have now pulled goaltender Cooper Senyuk. They're looking to get back in this quick.
Here come the Warriors. Lanthier's got an empty net. Lanthier will bury it. And we've got a perfect football score. It's 14-7. Warriors lead the Blizzard with 3:29 to go.
3.5 to go. That's 7. Christian Lanthier gets that empty net. Senyuk was trying to maybe throw a quick check to prevent it, but unfortunately no luck there. 14-7 with 3.5 to go.
The ball will be drawn back. Picked up by Caden Golka, and he will make his way out over the middle of the floor. Golka shoots again and scores. There was no wind up. There was no fake. There was not he just kind of dropped the ball out of his stick into the net. And when things are going that way for you, you might as well just put the ball at the net.
Caden Golka. Double trick as he's throwing a 6 to the Blizzard bench. Telling me, yeah, I got 6. What of it? Deal with it.
Somebody shouting 6 goals, 6 blanking goals. If I'm the Blizzard, I can't stand that. As a broadcaster, I can't stand that. That's just obnoxious. If I'm on the Blizzard bench, I don't know. There's not much you can do at this point, and I would never. When you're losing like this, grabbing a guy, yeah. Now
They're going around
it's gonna
and we're
happen.
gonna have a fight.
You could see this happen. You could see this coming here.
Referees jumping in there, and Blizzard players coming off the bench. A lot of fists being thrown.
And you know, the Warriors have really taken over this game. They deserve full marks. They've been the best team in the league really all year. They deserve all the accolades. But the stuff like that off the bench in a 15-7 game, it's not a surprise when that's the result. When you got guys coming after guys, like, you got to try and win with some class.
That entire sequence there started with one of the Blizzard players coming from behind the bench and throwing a huge hit along the boards, and just a couple of the Warriors players taking some exception there. Referees now having a discussion in their circle and to dish out some penalties here.
Yeah, you could see it coming. Like, there's nothing really else to say. And if you're the coaching staff, you know, Vay and Owen and Graydon, they're all very smart, mild-mannered guys. And you got to be telling your players to just run basically finish the game off, do it the right way. Because you don't want to risk injury to guys. You're going to the Founders Cup.
Looks like they're throwing out Zach Tinley for the last 3 minutes of this game. He's heading down the tunnel. My broadcast partner Mo and our technical producer Eric, again, I want to thank you for joining us for this entire season of our MLL and especially here in the Larry Bishop. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell as we finish up this season, heading into the 2024 season in late April. We'll definitely be back, and we hope you will be too.
They're trying to figure out who they're kicking out here. There's a bunch of people hanging over the rail here, trying to figure out what's going on. As far as I can tell, really not much of anything.
Referees having a lengthy discussion here with the captains and assistant captains, trying to get things figured out.
So, with this break, if you're in the chat, and you can hit me up on Twitter as well at MJ_9 with predictions, leave them in the chat, tweet me. You can tweet me anything you want for that matter. Let me know what your thoughts are on what's progressed or what's transpired here, what's happened throughout the season. But what I want to know right now is, what are your predictions for the Warriors at the Founders Cup? How do you see them doing? You think they're going to win it all? You think they can repeat their bronze effort? Maybe you think they're not going to be able to repeat the bronze effort, and maybe you have them finishing outside the top 4. Whatever it is, let us know. And you can tweet me at MJ_9. You can take Keenan Kanda in it, and he can drop his Twitter for you if you want. You can take Cody Jansen. I believe he's Janner P by PXP. And just take us all in and let us know what you have and what you think is going to happen this year at the Founders Cup, as they still are at the box trying to figure out what is going on here.
Play 4-on-4, 5 minutes to the Warriors, 2 minutes to the Blues. The Blues are going to have just 57 seconds of power play time after.
So with 2:57 to go, the Blizzard will go on a 5-on-4 power play.
And now we're going to have a scrap here, it looks like. Who is that? That's Rex Rowley trying to get in. Take them down to the floor to prevent him from doing anything. So he's probably going to throw up into this game. A little cross being thrown like
why,
he's fielding right now.
why is this game like this? There's no reason for this game to be ending this way. Like
37 minutes control of this game. We saw 3 penalties in the first 50 minutes of this game. 3 penalties in the first 50 minutes. Of course, this game's going to get out of hand.
When
you haven't been
people-
managing it as well as you probably should have been.
when people who are new to lacrosse, or even when people ask why there's things like 6 players in the entire south side of Edmonton playing in the U17B division, and they have to go to Leduc to play. These are types of things why. Like, I don't know, lacrosse just gets in its own way all the time, and there's just no reason for this right now. It gives itself a bad look.
That entire sequence, the Warriors are going to take the only penalty in there for 2 minutes. It's an interesting little decision by the referees. 2 minutes for holding and a 10-minute misconduct.
Hey, it serves no purpose. There's not even anyone, nobody's actually even fighting. Everybody wants to be a tough guy.
Guys want to fight, but these referees won't let them fight. I mean,
A couple guys, yes, a couple guys do, but a lot of the time it's just posturing. Guys back away as the ref pushes them away. Here's the Blizzard, power play, Blue Chuck. Shot comes in, that gets blocked. And quick stick goal. It's 15-8.
But up with another goal here, his second of the game. Now a 7-goal lead for the Warriors with 2:32 to go.
Now we got people yelling about face-off calls in a 15-8 game. With 2 minutes to go.
The last 2 minutes of this game took longer than the entire first period did.
Probably pretty close. Lathier gonna come down into the zone. Man, is that kid good? All year long, he's just been so consistent for this Warriors team. You always know what you're going to get from him, and he can provide a little bit of offense, too, on top of the defense. He can play, and he's always really... Now the Blizzard are just chopping Warriors. Stewart walks in and scores.
It's now just taunting the Blizzard as they get another one. Josh Stewart's third of the game. They're just toying with them now.
As the Blizzard looked like they were trying to chop some trees down in the forest. Unfortunately, Josh Stewart, too big of a tree to chop down as he goes to the net. Makes it 16-8. As the ball goes back, Golka is going to pick this up. As Golka is going to hold this. Now, delayed penalties coming up is... I think that's Berezowski trying to go after Brody Stash. That guy...
Box now, number 22, Parker Lee. He's chopped a couple of guys since that little sequence of fighting events there that weren't truly fights, I guess. But he's going to sit for 2 in the sin bin remainder of this game.
as the Warriors send out a bunch of D guys to play some offense here. And I've said that they should do this a lot. There's a lot of times this year where I thought that they should have done this. Saves your guys, your old guys, a lot of wear and tear and eliminates injury or potential for injury. And now on a Farai, they're going to call him in the crease. He was in the middle of jumping against the glass as they were waving the goal off.
At this point, it's just 9 games for the Warriors. Just playing 9 games for them.
That was cosmetic right there. It doesn't really matter. Now, I don't know what this is. There's some more chopping going on by Blizzard players. And now, Seniak goes and hits Honor Frychuk as he throws it in the net.
Frychuk, 2 goals back-to-back, both called off for being in the crease.
This is a strange ending to this game and season, to be honest with you. It's been a strange tournament. I mean, the 2 games yesterday, the 2 round-robin games, were effectively meaningless, the latter 2. And then this game, yes, you want to win the league, obviously, but Winnipeg being in the final meant the Warriors were in the Founders Cup. So it took a lot of the juice out of this. And now
Warriors just going to hold it for the final 10 seconds. So, take the junior retail on the Bishop gold medal.
So it'll be the Edmonton Warriors being crowned Alberta Junior B provincial champions 2 years running as they defeat the Manitoba Blizzard by a score of 16-8. That'll be your final score from the Ken Nickel Arena. And as we wrap up here for the season, just got to say, thank you for all of your engagement, attention, and your feedback all season long. It's been great. It's really been the first year, a pioneer year of sorts, where there's been coverage of lacrosse in Alberta as a whole, at least on the YouTube platform and streaming platform. And we want to thank you for making it possible on the behalf of Cody, Keenan, Eric, Aiden, Colton, Brandon. I think that might be everybody. Yes. Dawson as well. On behalf of everybody, it's been a pleasure to do this. And we send you off into the rest of the summer with the Warriors being 2023 RMLL Junior B champions. They go to Poco, where they'll represent Alberta at the Founders Cup, the Junior B National Championship. So thank you once again. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll be right back here with you next season. Thank you so much, everyone.